Matt here from H2O Leisure Group, the UK distributor for Scarab jet boats. I'm here to introduce to you today the 2020 Scarab 195 ID. This is a 19.5 foot jet boat which has a 250 horsepower Rotax engine. There's a number of options being our ID series. This one has been fitted with most of them, which I will share with you today. As you can see, she's finished in denim blue with a black two-tone and impact graphics and looks absolutely fantastic. While I'm here at the bow of the boat, I'd just like to show you the keel. You'll see on the footage here that it's a fantastically deep V hull, which makes this boat incredibly stable and a fantastic smooth ride even in choppy conditions. As we can see, one of the key features here is the new impact graphic, which is an exclusive option to Scarab jet boats. It acts as a consumable and a barrier against your gel coat and paintwork. So rather than having damage on your paintwork where you're coming alongside and putting fenders over the side, the impact graphic actually takes the brunt of any force that it comes into contact with. And the beauty about this is that it acts as a consumable, so you can replace it. So your boat forever looks fantastic season after season. You literally just peel and then reapply. Here I am at the stern of this Scarab 195 ID jet boat. I'd like to point out a few of the features, starting with the swim platform. As you can see, for a 19.5 foot boat, it's fantastic in size and gives you a really good access point to get on and off the boat and in and out the water. So if you're wakeboarding, wake surfing, gives you a really nice platform that you can jump in and out the water from. You've also got a swim ladder for boarding and reboarding, which just retracts and goes back into its casing. You've got rear-facing speakers for extra entertainment for the rider, whoever's wake surfing, wakeboarding, kneeboarding, tubing behind this boat. And you've got some key features. You've got the high-level flush out, which means you can leave the boat in the water when at sea and actually flush out the heat exchange, which is the only thing on the engine that comes into contact with the water, making it a very, very safe option for keeping in a marina. You've got a low-level towing point for tubes and low-level towing, and you've also got a high-level towing point for your wakeboarding, wake surfing, etc. We've also got the new quiet performance fitted to the 2020 model, which basically brings down the decibels and makes it a very pleasant environment on board the boat. It gives you a nice pleasant hum. You can hear the supercharger whine and just have a really great day out without trying to shout to your fellow passengers. So just moving down a little lower on this boat to the underneath, I just want to explain the jet. So one thing you'll notice about a jet boat, for those that are new to it, there's no propeller on a jet boat, so it makes it one of the safest options. Has a very, very shallow draft. You only literally need 2 foot of water to operate this boat safely. And you'll notice on the side of the bucket here, you've got these cutouts, which basically is a escape for the water. So when it's in neutral, the jet points port and starboard, so left and right, and you have jets of water coming out here. And coupled with the engine system's INR, which is an intelligent neutral reverse system, this boat in neutral will stay completely still, but offers almost like a bow thruster to the mix, which basically, if you half turn the steering wheel, you can fully pirouette your boat either left or right, which makes it very, very versatile and very, very easy to maneuver, especially if you're new to the boating market. So here I am, sat on board the Scarab 195 ID. I just wanted to talk through the seating arrangements, because for a 19.5 foot jet boat, it offers a colossal amount of room on board. I'm 6'6" tall for people that don't know me, and I'm just one passenger sat on this boat. And as you can see, I'm sat deep in the corner. You've got these fantastically great cutouts, so you can really get into the corners and feel comfortable when you're out on the move. So I'm sat here, so you've got 1, 2, you can flip this up to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you've got the whole of the bow of the boat still for seating. Just while I'm here, I just want to demonstrate the Versa Lounge option. This is an option that's fitted to the boat, which gives you, again, some versatility. It gives you the full lounge area, so you can be safely in the boat when you're traveling along. If you've got wakeboarders, wake surfers, kneeboarders, tubers on the back, you can sit back and relax in your theatre here at the back, so you can have all the seats facing out the boat. You've got cup holders for your guests. You've also got the remote control stereo, which is Bluetooth to your phone, or you can use the radio feature. So the Versa Lounge is set in the sort of bench position at the moment. You can obviously sit facing back in the boat, or if you really want to, you can have a lie down and just put it into the lounge mode, which makes a really great sunbed. And a lovely place to sunbathe for the day. And again, I'm very tall. There's ample room for me to lie out and even have a nice pillow here at the back. So features of the rear boat on the 195, we've already spoken about the Versa Lounge. I just wanted to point out a few other things. Firstly, the colossal amount of storage on board. If you lift up all of these seats, you have massive storage lockers. This one has the removable fat sacks in, which is for your wake ballast system, which ingests and fills up with water. But even so, you still get a massive amount of storage, both at port and starboard side. Just close that down. You'll notice you've got there's plenty of bars around, so you can maneuver around the boat. Even if it's a rough sea, just to steady yourself, you can hold on to the grab rails. Has the subwoofer, as premium sound system is fitted to this model. So it has premium sound, which is a kicker system, offers really crisp, clear sound, and gives you a really nice deep bass. I'm just going to go into the engine bay, because I'm sure this is where everybody's interest is. This is fitted with the Rotax 250 horsepower supercharged engine, capable of speeds of over 50 miles an hour. So it's a very, very fast boat for a 19.5 foot jet boat. It gives you a really, really economical drive and a lot of power. It really does pack a punch and makes for a really fun day, whatever you're doing. So one of the other key features of this 195 Scarab jet boat is the table. It's fantastic. It comes with a very, very light table leg, which has a very clever receiver. You just offer the leg up, clip it in, and then pop your tabletop on. Nice size tabletop, which you can swivel around. It has cup holders, plenty of room for a bit of lunch and everybody to sit around. The front seats also can swivel, so that you can actually all sit around in a group and enjoy your day and a bit of food while you're on the water. So here I am sat at the helm aboard the Scarab 195 ID jet boat. I just wanted to explain the features of this fantastic display. This boat's fitted with the Medallion touchscreen display, and basically keeps all of your instruments here in one clever cluster. So you've got everything from your rev counter. It gives you your speed in miles per hour, which is satellite tracked digitally. You've got your different modes, so you can put it in ski mode, eco mode, docking mode, cruise mode, which gives you a lot of versatility when you're towing tubers, water skiers, wakeboarders, wake surfers. This 195 also has the ballast tank system, so ski mode really does come into play, because you can set your different ramps of how fast you're going to pull away, and you can set a cruise speed. So if your wake surfer, for example, likes 12 miles an hour, the boat will maintain that at a touch of a button. So I'm just going to exit the modes and just explain on here. You have the Navionics system on here. We actually put the Navionics cards with all of our Scarab jet boats, so you get detailed maps of the area that you're going to do your boating most into. So this is also on screen with your other instrumentation. You have a Bluetooth stereo, which gives you FM, AM functionality, Bluetooth connectivity to iPod, iPhone, and in the glove box over there you have the USB charging ports that will link up to the system. It also has a clever feature where you can save the weather station, so it gives you real-time weather information. You have also depth gauge on this, fitted to this system, which gives you the depth below the boat, and also gives you the water temperature and the air temperature, time, and your mobile phone strength signal, which is quite a clever feature. On this mode you have all your settings, so you've got everything from all of your engine settings, from your Bluetooth setup, manufacturer setup, even the owner's manual is digitally saved on this platform. And the last feature to mention is on here where you can actually have all your different media. So there is a camera system, so if you get the GoPro Black Edition, you can actually link up cameras and have real-time playback on the screen, which is very cool. Down here there is a link where you can plug in the media card of your GoPro and actually play back. So if you're teaching somebody, for example, how to wake surf behind this boat, you could play back and maybe talk through their errors and get them corrected and get them up and surfing, which is a very cool feature indeed. So some of the other things I just want to point out while I'm sat here at the helm is you've got, this is the upgraded premium leather stitched steering wheel. So this is the premium edition. You've got the nice sort of stainless billet finish on there with a hand cross stitch leather steering wheel, adjustable rake so it goes up and down, so if you want to stand or sit in the boat, it's very easy to adjust. You've got the horn, your navigation lights, blowers, docking lights. You've got bilge override. This boat's fitted with automatic bilges, so it has a sensor gauge anyway, so if any water is on board it will automatically pump out, but if you do want for any reason to pump any excess, you can just hit the bilge switch there. And last but not least, the wake blast system. So this boat is actually fitted with the wake surfing ballast tank. So it has 3 tanks, will ingest around about 1,000 pounds of water, which really does set the back down and gives you a fantastic wave to surf upon without using a rope, so it pushes you along. If you've not tried wake surfing, you really should. It's such a fun, fantastic and altogether sport. As this Scarab 195 ID is fitted with the wake blast system, it means that it's got the ballast tanks for wake surfing. It really couldn't be a funner boat from that perspective. It is set up extremely well. You've got the wake blast fill system, which flick of a switch you can fill up the tanks or empty them, but you can also choose whether you want to ride your wake surfer on your left front forward or right front forward by selecting the port and starboard option. So this would direct the wave to either the port or the starboard side of the boat for you to make it as easy as possible for you to ride this boat. If you wanted both tanks filling, you just pop it in the middle, and then all tanks, so you've got middle and port and starboard tanks all filling together, which gives you the ultimate wake on both sides. The throttle control is extremely easy. You just have a push button and then into the into engage, and then throttle down for forwards, and then back to the middle, push down, and then a very smooth into reverse. And this is all linked to the modes on the touchscreen display. So you've got things like docking mode, which provides a fantastic feature for novice boaters. It really does slow the boat down. Makes it very, very safe and very easy to maneuver. As previously mentioned earlier in the video, this boat can literally turn on its axis, on its own axis, on a sixpence. It's so maneuverable. You also have down here an override for fire extinguishers. For CE approved boats, fire safety is paramount. This has an automatic fire extinguisher. Hopefully you'll never ever have to use them, but just pointing out what the switch would do if ever needed. And you've also got, it's fitted with a fire safe emblem here, and obviously LED indicator light, just telling you that everything is okay and in order every time you flick the key. So what I'd like to do now is just run through the final features on this Scarab 195 jet boat, so the things I haven't yet mentioned. Starting with the floor, you can see the fantastic design with the Impact Scarab graphic. You've also got a cool Scarab emblem running all the way through the middle of the boat. These are actually a marine mat, so they're very, very versatile, very comfortable underfoot, and they can also be removed. So you just unbutton them for sort of cleaning and general maintenance. So it always keeps your boat looking in immaculate condition. So just moving back here, the seats, you've got the captain's seat. It's now just in sort of low level boat mode. So if you slip in the seat, you've got a very, very comfortable low down seat within the window line, but if you're coming into closed waters and you're in a marina and you want to see a bit more detail, you can just flip up onto the bolster and you just get a nice view around the boat. So it's very, very easy to look around. and very comfortable to helm the boat. You have that same feature for your passengers, so you can obviously have somebody having a careful watch out with you. Glove box over here, you just flip up the glove box. That's where your stereo sort of charging area is. You can plug in your sort of iPhone, Android, whatever phone that you may have. It has 12-volt charging points, USB auxiliary input, and it also has the main feature here, which is linked to the premium sound system, which turns the directional speakers on and off. So if you've not got anybody that you're towing behind the boat and you don't want to emit any sound, you can just flick that button and it will shut off the rear speakers. Also has this very clever spring, so that this is rigid, so when you're at the water, at sea and moving around, stops you from having your hand slammed by the glove box. When you're finished in there, you just literally pull the spring and shut it. Also have a mobile phone area to keep your phone safe and featured in there, so you can actually see as you're at sea, and a nice sort of stainless steel cup holders and grab rail and areas to put things like charts, etc. Moving forward to the boat, you've got a dry locker, and inside the dry locker you've got plenty of storage to keep those things safe and dry, so that actually seals. And then in the front here you've got a really great fender storage, so a huge great ski locker at the front there to keep all of your things like fenders. Big bulky items is what I usually like to put in there. And at the front you've got storage for your anchor, so you can just drop your anchor in there. It's lined so that it won't chatter when you're at sea, and you've got a nice area here where your anchor can just clip in so it doesn't move around while you're operating the boat. And more storage under every single seat. And I'd like to point out as well the finish. There's no sharps. The finish of the boat inside and out is absolutely 150% quality and luxurious. So I'm Matt from H2O Leisure Group, the UK distributor for Scarab jet boats. I'd just like to thank you for joining me aboard this Scarab 195 ID jet boat today. It's been an absolute pleasure to show you all of the features and benefits of this fantastic jet boat. If you require any more information, I'd be absolutely delighted to hear from you. You can find me at h2oleisuregroup.com.